This is eBay user wolfpackamo. I'm putting up 16 pieces for the collector of Barlow designs. I'm reducing my own personal collection and getting more into handmade knives, trying to specialize in those. These are some knives that have been really well kept since I acquired them, most of them within the past 10 to 15 years. And in fact, 3 of them in this lot were purchased right here off of eBay. Anyway, I've kept them stored really well. Immediately when I get them, you wipe them down, and I put a thin coat of petroleum jelly on it, keep them from rusting and what have you. Go ahead and go through the pics and see if you like them. The first knife is stamped Schrade USA 206. Fairly fancy design in the bolsters there. There is some blade discoloration, but there is no pitting. By the book, this was made between 1973 to 2004, but I've had the knife since 1998 or so. See pages 404 and 405 of the official price guide to collector knives by C. Houston Price and Mark D. Zaleski. I've seen a knife just like this several different times sold right here on eBay where people claim it is a bone handle. People, this is not bone. It's Delrin or another man-made material. It is not bone. The second knife in the lot has a tang stamp that says Imperial directly below Prov RI, which is Providence, Rhode Island, and then USA stamped vertically. The bolsters say Barlow. One of the scales is a little bit loose, but the pins are still firmly attached and there is no cracking to the scales. But the scale itself is loose. Third knife up looks similar to the previous knife, except the scale pins are brass and the liners are brass. The tang stamp says Imperial Ireland. Fourth knife, Barlow design. Tang stamp simply says USA. Knife number 5, tang stamped Robeson 277 USA. Robesons were made in Rochester, New York. There is some slight surface pitting to the blade, but it was cleaned up and that rust was stopped. It's been very well preserved since I acquired it. Number 6 in the lot, tang stamp Colonial, Prov, USA. That is for Providence. The small blade says patent 3317996. The last number on the patent, you actually need to get out a loop to see it clearly. There was a previous rust occurrence near the last number. Again, that's been well preserved and it's pretty well stopped any corrosion, but there has been some slight corrosion to this knife. Lot number 7. This is an advertising knife. The scale, one of the scales says 1979. Underneath that is the Hudson logo, and then it says 50 years. There is a small crack in one of the scales that goes from the keeper pin, but it is still very firmly in place there. The tang stamp on this knife says Cut Master, Utica, NY for New York, Utica, New York. Below that, USA, and then the letter N. N is in Nancy. It's very well preserved. There is some corrosion on the bolsters. W on one side and the B on the other side of Barlow, they're worn, but they're still clearly visible. It's most likely from coming in and out of somebody's pocket, since it's on the lower end of the bolster itself. You'll see the wear marks, so somebody put it in and out of their pocket several times, obviously. Eighth up, the tang says Colonial Prov USA. Small blade has the patent number 3317996, clearly visible. The main blade is etched with the words Scrimshaw series, and then it has a scrimshaw of a fish jumping out of the water at a bug, and there's a mountain scene in the background. Knife number 9. Almost didn't put this one up, but yeah, there it is. It's made by K-Bar, and very clearly says K-Bar 1013 USA. It's in excellent condition. Almost sold this one separately, but there it is in the lot. It's a high carbon blade, brass pins, brass liner. This should be a $30 to $40 knife alone.